Chapter 19, Perilous Sewage to Lazarite Sewage. Stephen placed both of his hands on Craig's head, looking straight into his eyes. He spent the last 2 minutes trying to see his eyes turn pink again after the incident from the Tea Timers Club. Luckily, Craig's eyes did turn pink, catching Stephen by surprise along with the others. "They've turned pink again," Kelsey reacted. "Okay, just don't move," Stephen responded. In Craig's vision, he saw Stephen as a monster again. However, it felt like he was talking to him, despite what the crystal gems did back then. It had to be my saliva going through his ear. "It all makes sense now," Craig replied. "Did you give him that when you were at his grandparents' house?" Armor asked. "Yes, but I wasn't in a good mood when he showed me his gem 2 nights ago." As Stephen let go of Craig, his pink eyes went away, returning back to normal. "I didn't think my saliva could affect someone like that. It's gonna be permanent since it happened to Connie when I helped her with her eyes." This caused Stephen to cross his arms. "There isn't much more I can do to help." Just before Stephen looked into his eyes, Craig put on his water shoes, with him officially picking the location for Stephen. "The good thing is, it's only happening in my mind and not out in the open," Craig replied. "But you're right, we have to do something to get rid of it." As if calling Garnet wasn't enough. "I was thinking of how cool it is to have pink eyes, but you won't see things the same way after drinking pink lemonade," JP commented. "If you actually drank the straw that I used, so it's not the lemonade itself. We can figure this out later, before it's too late." Craig turned around to show Stephen the next destination of their activity. "Welcome to the sewers," he pointed at the sewers. "This is where the sewer queen's at." This caused Stephen to smile a bit. "I actually saw her when she and the other kids headed to the creek when Bernard gave me a tour in the neighborhood. Not to mention, she was with us when the whole battle you had happened," Kelsey added. I didn't forget, but it's still awkward there's a sewer queen in the sewers." Stephen looked at the sewer itself. "It's just a visit, we won't do anything inside." Craig jumped in the river as his friends also jumped in. Stephen slowly stepped into the water. As they walked up to the sewer itself, the pink and blue neuter guards came out like they always do, but with the events that occurred last night, it affected everyone in the sewers more than what Craig, Stephen, and his friends think. "The sewers are on lockdown at the moment," the pink noodle guard explained. "On lockdown?" Craig wondered. "Shouldn't there be a caution tape if it's on lockdown?" Armor added. "It has nothing to do with the water," the blue neuter guard then walked up to Armor straight in the eye. "It's what Bluebird can do with the water." This caused Stephen to catch on, knowing that Aquamarine is dangerous in her fusion with Ruby. "Is it okay if we can go inside? We could work this out," Stephen offered. "The sewer queen did want to meet you after last night's events," the pink noodle guard replied. "Luckily enough, the sewer kids don't view you as the enemy. That's a relief. But for Bluebird, it may make them scared." The noodle guards invite them inside the sewer. When they entered the main area where the throne of the sewer queen took place, the sewer kids all over the place were panicking. Craig and Stephen saw drawings of Bluebird hanging on the wall, with the kids trying to understand what she can do with her powers, despite not witnessing what the sewer queen saw. The sewer queen didn't sit on her throne due to the sewer kids screaming without fun in their systems. "Craig," she smiled while noticing Stephen, "I'm thankful you're here. Everyone here has been freaking out after I told them about Bluebird." "Yeah, I knew something like this would happen," Craig said. "I just didn't think a lockdown would take place. I had no other way to calm everyone down. They refused to leave with a couple going through the pipes for more protection. It seems it may cause a possible war in the eyes of the sewer kids, Kelsey commented. I've been telling them there's no war, but I don't even know if I'm right, Scooper chiming in with Frizzboy by his side. They're afraid that one flying water thing could overcome us all, Frizzboy added, by using water against us. I like the water the way it is. She would turn the water into something scary. Steven tried to respect the sewer kids in the way of having fun, but with his experiences of fighting Bluebird from last night, it isn't anything of what they think. However, it did give him an idea to calm them down, even if it's by telling the truth about Bluebird. Sewer Queen, Steven walked up to the Queen and sewer kids. Allow me to handle the situation. It won't be much, but it will stop the lockdown. The sewer queen gave him a chance with a small suggestion. She whispered into Steven's ear, with him accepting her suggestion as it will show the sewer kids how safe they are. Steven climbed the throne while jumping over the fence where the entrance with 2 pipes on both sides are at. While looking down on the sewer kids, the sewer queen whistled with her hand through her mouth, catching the attention of the sewer kids. Everyone calm down, she spoke. I know my story caused a distress signal, but I didn't mean it in that way. She then pointed at Steven as it caught the attention from the sewer kids. I want you all to welcome Steven Universe, the warrior who fought Bluebird. The sewer kids felt relieved as they paid attention to Steven. Thank you, sewer queen, Steven smiled. Now, to make this clear about Bluebird, she doesn't control the water, including the sewer water. He looked at the sewer pipes. And trust me, I doubt she would ever come here to harm all of you. The sewer kid slowly smiled after the word came out. He then lifted his shirt up to reveal his gem to everyone. I don't control the water, but my powers are still worth protecting the people when needed. He activated his powers to form a bubble with him inside, including me. Wow, Scuba responded. Not what I expected, but protection is important, the sewer queen added. Steven let go of his powers to get back on topic. I'm a crystal gem along with my friends and family who are crystal gems. Steven went through his pocket to take out his phone. When he reached the photo he's looking for, he looked at Craig. Craig, heads up! He threw his phone at Craig as Craig grabbed it in time. Got it. He raised Steven's phone up. Perfect, JP smiled. Show it to the sewer kids, Steven called. Craig went to the sewers by each pipe and showed them the picture of the crystal gem who's blue. Her name is Lapis Lazuli, Steven called. She actually controls the water, more powerful than you think, but she isn't like Bluebird. When Craig showed the picture to more of the sewer kids, Steven continued his speech. She was mean years ago, but let's just say she wouldn't use her powers in the way Bluebird would do. He then took notice of one of the sewer kids raising their hand. Yes? If she enjoyed herself in the sewers, do you think she would spend her time with us? A young girl asked. Steven wanted to tell the truth, but he doesn't want to hurt the sewer kids' feelings. Yes, but she would like it better if we're all at a river in the creek, or a waterfall of some sort. She likes the outdoors more than the indoors, Craig filling in. Okay, the sewer queen walked up to Craig, looking at the photo itself. If she ever comes here, we could play a water gun war with her. Trust me, Steven making an awkward smile. If she was on her own and playing hardball, she would come out victorious in less than 10 seconds. I would definitely forfeit the moment I saw her powers, Frizzboy commented. Nobody can blame you, Armor replied. As the Sewer Kids' panic mode went down, it pleased the Sewer Queen. She climbed up her throne, sitting down to give the kids her announcement. Now, since that everything is in order thanks to the Blue Board Warrior Steven, I would prefer Crystal Gem, but Warrior still makes sense. Steven scratched on the back of his head. And so, the lockdown has been lifted. The Sewer Kids cheered as the Sewer Queen lifted her poor skimmer net in the air. Just when Craig and his friends cheered, Craig's eyes turned pink again, only this time, she saw the Sewer Queen as Lapis Lazuli, even with the wings. He also witnessed the net being the meal with Lapis's gem on the back. Unlike the last time, this wasn't Xavier. In fact, he was surprised to witness the Sewer Kids as other Lapises with different hairstyles. The Sewer Queen got off her throne while walking up to Craig. I wanted to thank your friend Steven for helping out with my problem. When she got close to him, Steven looked up in the air as Lapis looked down in his vision. Craig, I'm in front of you. He did look down, but only her net, as he saw his reflection from the mirror. Steven immediately took notice as he went over the fence and landed on the ground. I'm so sorry. It mostly happens when I'm around him. Steven walked next to the Sewer Queen. Did you give him eye drops? She looked at Craig's eyes. That made him go blind? Yes, Kelsey smiled. Trust me, if there's one thing Steven's bad at, is making eye drops of his own. JP wrapping his arm around Craig. Yeah, I didn't have the best talent of helping people's eyes, Steven responded. But to be fair, it only worked once on my girlfriend. Okay, the Sewer Queen smiled. I just hope it'll go away. We can all hope. Craig and his friends left the sewers as it returned to its normal state. The Sewer Queen offered to give Steven a reward, but she decided to make one before he leaves. As they got out of the sewers, Craig's pink eyes went away. What did you see? Armor asked. I saw the Sewer Queen as Lapis Lazuli, and she was holding a meal, Craig answered. The time I freed her from that, Steven remembered. Was there anything else? The Sewer Kids were also like the Sewer Queen, but nothing seriously bad. I don't even think I can take a break without my eyes turning pink. Hey, look on the bright side. Steven placed his hand on Craig's shoulder. I'm not leaving until you're back to normal, otherwise you will have those pink eyes forever. Finding the way to get rid of it is what I'm worrying about. Then Bubbles appeared out of nowhere, catching everyone's attention. She appeared on the left by the river. As she lifted her pink bubble wand, I am the champion of feeling and positivity, foe of bad vibes throughout the galaxy. I am Sparkle Cadet. She poses with more bubbles coming out of her wand, and nobody can dull my sparkle. When Steven and Craig looked at Sparkle Cadet, they both smiled from her performance, which gave them the same and right idea. You're thinking what I'm thinking? Craig turned to Steven. Yes, he responded. She's gonna have another hero by her side, saving the galaxy.